Legacy of the Valiant was released in January 2014. This set introduced the Sylvan archetype, a series of plant monsters that instituted a new game mechanic for revealing the top cards of your deck for various effects, Excavate. Notable cards in this set include Bujinte Tsukiyomi, Downward Magician, Number 101 Silent Honor Arc, Shared Ride, and a card that would make players think twice about overcommitting to their board, Evil Swarm Exaton Knight. In this series, both Nyhmnim and myself will be opening 24 booster packs or one box of a core Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster set. We will build a deck and play a best 2 out of 3, and the winner will receive a small prize to upgrade their deck. However, in each episode, we will open another box of the next set that was released, moving in chronological order, constantly upgrading our decks before dueling each other at the end of each episode. This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series.
Welcome back, boys and girls. Welcome back. I know. Age of Gauge resumes to its regularly scheduled program. Today I get to spin the wheel, and oh, does it feel good to spin it. I hope I hit something great, but I'm not going to be upset with anything I get today. Our tournament packs today are Astral Pack 3. Is there anything good in Astral Pack 3? Not really. I actually think it's one of the bad Astral Packs. So, I mean, I don't care what we get on the wheel today. The only thing that matters is that I'm a winner. So, let's spin the wheel. Let's see what we get. We get a common wild card. Okay, you know what? Let me take a look at Shadow Spectres. I think I already know what I'm going to grab. Yeah, so looking through, I think the one thing I missed out on was a second Mythic Tree Dragon. I'll pick up that. Second Mythic Tree Dragon. I don't even know if I'm going to play 2 because I only have 1 water. But the thing is, this can also adjust itself to be a 7, and then you can make a rank 7, which I don't have a lot of anyways. But the point is that we have it now. So I've got 2 Mythic Tree and 1 Mythic Water. I'll take it, no doubt. That's our wheel for the day. I'll bump it over to Alex, and he'll tell you guys all about what to expect in Legacy of the Valiant.
You know, I think what hurts the most about the previous episode is not the fact that we lost, but the fact that we probably could have won if we had a different mindset. I feel like I was playing to not lose instead of playing to win. It's hard to not have a defensive mindset when you're going up against the Dragon Rulers, right? Because if one thing goes wrong, then the entire thing just falls. And I think that might have been the downfall of us last episode. But don't worry, Team Cimo, we will rebound like we always do, and that is going to start with our new set here, Legacy of the Valiant, released on January 24th, 2014. Now, this set is, I would say, an okay set. It's definitely going to be a bit top heavy, but there are some very heavy hitters in this set for sure. As we scroll on down here, there's nothing too crazy at the start, but once we start getting to the good cards here, i.e. the Sylvans, they actually debuted in this set, and the Sylvans are one of the strongest archetypes from this time. I think they need a little bit more support from Primal Origin, if my memory serves correctly, but this archetype is pretty strong standalone, and it'd be really cool to pull it for Progression Series, both Martial Leaf and Hermitry being Ultra. That's pretty unlikely. We also had some more Ghost Trick support, some of the better Ghost Trick support, actually. Jack Frost, Mary, Skeleton, so that was pretty good. We also got some good Bujin support here as well, primarily Bujingi Hair. This was very important because it gave you the protection from the Yamato being destroyed by card effects, which is really good. That was a 2 of, I believe, in most of those decks. The Gravekeeper support in this set is decent, although it wasn't really incentivizing people enough to want to really play Gravekeeper around this time. I think Heretic's in here as well, but I think it's a little bit later on. That card's immune to like all card effects, but again, Ultra, I don't even know if it's good enough to make Gravekeeper playable, because I'm pretty sure Royal Tribute is still limited. But the Xyz monsters were where this set truly shined. First up, number 101, Silent Honor Arc. This card is incredible, allowing you to steal your opponent's monsters. It can protect itself by detaching materials as well. Just a phenomenal card. And then, ladies and gentlemen, where is it? There it is. Evil Swarm Exaton Knight. This card is nuts. This card just allows you to blow up your entire opponent's field with 1 detach of a material. You can also use it multiple times because it was just a once per chain effect. Yeah, once per chain, which is crazy. And yeah, this card was like over $100 on release, and basically made rank 4 decks the go-to choice for a lot of people. We also can't forget cards like, I'll say, the Sylvan High Protector. Dolhen's actually not a terrible rank one either. Tsukiyomi saw play in tons of decks like ABC and Satellar Knight, and Downward Magician, a fantastic Xyz that saw play in Burning Abyss to be able to overlay on your Dante to ensure that it wouldn't get bounced back to the extra deck. Even Leo, Keeper of the Sacred Tree, wasn't a bad card for those Raccoon decks. After that, though, it kind of goes downhill rather quickly. Shared Ride was another chase card in the set, but wouldn't see a lot of play until we get to like the Nekroz era of Yu-Gi-Oh, but still a very strong card nonetheless. But everything else in this set was not really the greatest. And you can see we've got some Noble Knight support. Obedient Schooled in here for the Raccoon deck, so we were never playing that last episode. And I think that's where the set ends. So it is definitely a top-heavy set. It'd be cool to pull a full Sylvan core, but I doubt it's going to happen. But I think if anything, we're going to fiend for that Silent Honor arc or that Exaton Knight, because I think that's going to be the difference maker moving forward, depending on what deck that we are playing. We do have to open our pity pack, though. We are now on Astral Pack 3. And let's flip them up. And, well, we got an ultimate rare Tenki. That would be worth several $100s if that were in real life. And that came at common, so not really much to gain here. This one was a bit of a dud, but it's time to open up 24 packs of Legacy of the Valiant.
All right. 24 packs. Legacy of the Valiant. I think this set is sick, dude. Lots of powerful rank 4s join the fray. It's just a really cool set to open, dude. I remember cracking this back in the day. Let's hope we get an Exaton Knight or a Silent Honor arc. Whew, baby, those are some hell of a cards. Pack number 1. Let's go. A super rare already. Fairy Knight in Gunnar. I actually read this card the other day, and you know what? It's not that bad. Generic rank 6. Well, it requires 3 level 6s, though. You know what? Maybe it is a little bit bad. I only saw this recently get played in Virtual World. Attach 2. Return all other cards in the field to hand. Your opponent cannot chain to it. It seems pretty good, you know what? And it's a magical scientist card we can totally summon. Bouncing all, it doesn't seem so bad, but then again, it doesn't seem absolutely bonkers either, because you can just set it again. It's cool that he can't respond to it, but is there a way? There's got to be a way we can swing for game with that. Maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll plug it. Oh, the ghost rare again, dude. How lucky am I? But this is actually a really good one, dude. Mobius, the Mega Monarch. Tributing 1 tribute summon monster to bring him out. When each tribute summon, target up to 3 spell or trap cards up on the field. Destroy them. And if it was tributed by water, your opponent can't chain to it. We're gonna probably play Mobius today. No doubt. Mobius was kicking ass last episode. Now let's see him in the Mega form. Just absolutely crush it today. Leo, the Keeper of the Sacred Tree. One of the first generic rank 10s, and it's a hell of a card too. Your opponent can only target it with stuff during main phase 2. Not a bad card. It's also just big, dude. 3,100. Skill Prisoner. I remember this card, dude. This card was hyped back in the day. It's actually not even that bad of a trap card, I think. So essentially, it stops a targeted effect. You know what? Thinking about it, this card's actually still really good today, too. Might want to look into it. How much is it? Less than $1 for a... Not bad, dude. Skill Prisoner, baby. I like it.
All right, you guys, 24 packs of Legacy of the Valiant. We're hoping for those high rarity cards, and with our abysmal luck in the last few openings, maybe we will finally have some redemption, but looking at this first pack, it doesn't look like it so far. Okay, so finally, 5 packs in, we see our first holo, and it is Alsay the Sylvan High Protector. Now, this is a rank 8, so I don't think we'll be playing it, although Gage would love to have this. This card actually isn't that bad. It has some pretty neat effects where you can like name an excavated card off the top of your deck, and then if you get it right, you get to like add it to your hand. And then you can also like detach a material and target a card on the field, place it on either top or bottom of the deck. 3,200 defense too is pretty thick. This is our second copy of Hidden Temples of Necro Valley, but I don't feel like this card's that good because you need a Gravekeeper monster and Necro Valley on the field. Neither player can special summon except Gravekeeper monsters, which is cool, but if a Gravekeeper or monster or Necro Valley is not on the field, you destroy the card, so it's super vulnerable to disruption as well. We might as well just play Vanity's Emptiness if we're going to play this because it's not as conditional, but I'm kind of thinking if Gravekeeper might be viable to go back to with the new support, but I just don't think so. We're about halfway through the opening, and here's our second holo of the opening so far, so that's not looking too great. It's a Noble Knight card that really just never saw play, so not looking too good in terms of wanting to get either that 101 or that Exaton.
Oh, Sylvan Martial Leaf, dude. I know the Sylvans are in this set, and they're cool. They were one of my favorite archetypes back in the day, but you just can't build it, man. They're all too high rarity. Martial Leaf is one of the most important ones, though, because it has a normal summon trigger to excavate from the top of the deck. And if it's excavated, dude, it pops a monster on the field. Insane card. I love the artwork of it, too, dude. What a cutie. Powered Insectron. Card actually does see some fringe play here and there, too. It's a generic level 6, I think. When it's synchro summoned this turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. We still have Goyo. Pre-errata Goyo still, even at that. So, I think Goyo's just better. Another Sylvan card that's not going to matter, dude. This one was a TCG exclusive. I'm fairly certain. Gonna definitely pass on that one there, Chief. Coming up in the last few packs, though, we got 4 left, 3 left, something like that here. Can we get anything in the close? Dullahan's a really good rare. I think that's my first one. Mount Sylvania. Dude, I can't play these Sylvans, bro. That's so cool, though. 2 more packs left. Can we get anything big in the close? Tackle Crusader. Pretty neat. Anything big in the last pack? Exaton in the close, please. Nah, I can't get lucky. Whatever. I think it's all right. You know, we got a couple of these Mystic Macropata sleeves, which I think we're going to look at. The Leo is the big thing I wanted. And you know what? Got a couple of decent holos, too. Not a bad haul. I think that Mega Mobius is going to see some work today. Let's get building, guys. Let's see what we can do.
Wow, you guys, we're about 2/3 of the way through the opening, and similar to our last opening, the hits just are not coming. This is maybe worse than the last one, and it's not getting any better. Wow, this sucks. All right, guys, so 3 packs left to open. We've opened a total of 2 holos, none of which will do anything for us, to be completely honest, because we can't really play them. I guess Alsay is a good card, but we can't actually use it. Pretty miserable opening. I don't know what my pack opening luck has been lately. You know, it could have been an Exaton, but it was a Rainbow Kuriboh. Oh my god. Is this even good? I don't even think this card is that good. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster. Equip this card from your hand to that monster. It cannot attack. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack while this card's in your graveyard, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Like, it's not bad. It's actually pretty decent compared to a lot of the other cards we pulled in this set, but I just don't see myself dedicating a slot to Rainbow Kuriboh. Very fitting way to end this opening, by the way. 2 packs left. I mean, now I have almost 0 hope that we'll get the Exaton. I'm still holding out a little hope for 101. Oh, that's not going to do it. All right, last pack, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we get. Can we please get some Gauge last pack luck for once? Nope. We cannot. All right, this may now officially be the worst opening of all time because I don't think anything I pulled is going to be useful in the slightest in this upcoming episode. I'm trying to find the silver lining here. We got like a couple Gravekeeper's cards, I guess, and Gravekeeper is one of the decks we can actually play. But wow, this is pretty miserable, and I'm really hoping Gage's pulls were just as bad as mine because that'd make me feel a little bit better. But let's go ahead and load up Dueling Book because we have some deck building to do.
Another episode, another list passed us by here. This one even more detrimental to our strategy. A lot of things got hit here. As you can see, the daddy rulers have gone to 1. They are all at 1. These ones aren't banned here. So yeah, we had to take those out. We got the babies at 1 and the daddies at 1 now. So we had to trim out the deck a little bit, but it did leave us a little bit of extra space to toy around with here. Decided to throw in the 2 Reborn Tengu as it's just a really good actually floating card. And we decided to throw in a little bit more Monarchs into the mix here as Mobius really carried a lot of weight, but also we're starting to lose our strategy of the synchro pull and everything. The Dragon Wars are able to easily recur themselves from the graveyard, but now we need some more stuff to do with that. And I think some of these big tributes like Jinzo, Ryza, Mobius, and then Mega Mobius, I think these will help us out. Sacred Sword's another card that went to 1, but thankfully we only have 1 of them. And actually, really outside of that, we really didn't even end up playing anything from Legacy of the Valiant, I don't think. We didn't pull too great. None of the broken XYZs like Exaton or Silent Honor Arc. And I think Gauntlet Launcher is just better here. It doesn't require 3 level 6. Even if we were able to play the Fairy guy, we would be able to guarantee an OTK if we could summon the 6, but we just don't have the space for it. As you can see, the extra deck is already packed tight. Side deck, I decided to throw in 3 Fairy Wind. This is because all the Farfa viewers, they wanted me to play Fairy Wind, and I said, you know what, Farfa, if Fairy Wind can win me a game, I will donate 5 gifted subs to your stream. Will it win me a match? Let's find out if it does. Other than that, I don't have a single clue what Alex is going to play today. I genuinely don't know. I still think he probably will think we're on some type of Dragon War variant, as I still think this deck looking at it is just bonkers. But maybe he will try to stick with a stun strategy, which I don't think that'll do him too good. If he sticks with Black Wings, though, we already proved that we're able to beat those pretty easily. We'll see how we do today. I'm feeling pretty confident still. Even with just the 1 daddy rollers, this deck still looks fucking fierce.
So I've thought long and hard about this one, and we have a new ban list. Gage's Dragon Rulers are now limited, so he loses a lot of the explosivity that the deck offers. He also loses a ton of the search ability because Tempest is now at 1. So I think my best option is just to play a slightly different version of the deck that I was playing last episode, because it actually fared very well. We actually didn't resolve Black Whirlwind Whirlwind once, and so obviously that could have helped us if we actually managed to get to one at some point, and I feel like there was a few other points that I could have done things a little bit differently, but I think this is going to give us our best shot. Gravekeepers with only one Royal Tribute, yeah, sure, we're main decking Necro Valley, but the rest of the Gravekeeper cards are pretty weak, and the deck is very slow, and the Dragon Ruler deck is still very explosive, so I don't think that deck has enough speed to be able to compete. I feel like the Frog Monarch deck suffers from the same issue because it's a little bit slower, and yeah, it's cool to drop Monarchs, but the Monarchs just all die to a single Dragon Ruler being special summoned, so I don't necessarily think that they're good to rely on as our primary win condition. And then finally, the Macro deck is basically non-existent. Sure, I could just go as hard as I could in the stun department. I still have Banisher the Radiance at 3. Macro and DeFi are the only things that are really hit, but Gage is really heavy on trap stun, and I feel like Gage is going to have a ton of spell and trap removal to deal with that deck specifically. So I feel like Blackwing's kind of like the only option, and I know a lot of people in the comments are going to be like, oh, Cimo's playing Blackwings again, but like, you know, we're trying to play to win, guys, and so I think this is just going to be my best option, which is why I'm bringing it to today's duel. The deck's almost identical to last time, but I did make a few adjustments based off of how the previous game went. I cut down on Blizzard because Blizzard has been dead the last several episodes because it's just been staring down a Quackimere Drago that I can't out, and that's been so incredibly annoying. So I put this in here as a one of, hopefully to search it off of Black Whirlwind. I never actually want to draw this card, but it could come up if Gage doesn't have a way to actually stop it. We still have the Boras, the Gale, we have the Kalutes, we have the Shuras. I cut Sirocco down as well because Sirocco is kind of a dead draw. It's good like on the first turn, and like that's really it, even though it is the top of the Whirlwind totem pole. I still have side draw the Magical Scientist, the Mystic Tomatoes, and the Sangan to get to our little win condition here. For the spells, Allure, Triple Whirlwind, Book of Moon, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Last Will, 1-for-1, Pot of Greed, Regeki. I put 2 Smashing Ground into the main deck. There were so many times in the previous episode where I was just staring down a monster that I couldn't get over, and I didn't have singular spot removal just to crush it out of the way. This also can help me turn off my own Vanity's Emptiness if I absolutely have to, and that way like go in with like a Magical Scientist OTK. So I think Smashing Ground main deck would have made a very big difference last time because Gage was just setting stuff like his Debris Dragon with 2000 defense, and I couldn't get over it. Obviously, I have to draw this card, but I think having spot removal for the big defenders, for the big Dragon Rulers as well, just to get them out of the way so we can get in for some damage, I think that would actually make a pretty significant difference. We also have, of course, the Snatch Steel that is seemingly glued to my hand for some reason, but I'm not complaining because it's fantastic. Then for traps, only 9. Compulse, I cut Icarus Attack down to 2 because we're playing less Blackwing, so I figured I want to make sure I have this one. I actually have a Blackwing that can resolve it. Gage is also on trap stun, so I want to not really have to rely on this card as much, even though it is a massive blowout. Imperial Order, Royal Oppression, Torrential Tribute, and 3 Vanity's Emptiness still. The extra deck is still a bunch of cards for Magical Scientist, Armed Wing, Crimson Blader, Goyo Guardian, Power Tool Dragon, Blade Armor Ninja, Cowboy, Gaia Dragon. I actually put in Iced Beast Zero Fin. This was a card that someone recommended in the comments, and I forgot this card existed. It requires 2 level 4 Wing Beast monsters, and once per turn I can detach a material and negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls, and if you do, this card gains 300 attack for each face-up card currently on the field except itself, and that applies until your next standby phase. So this card can actually get kind of big depending on the board state, and we are playing Winged Beast, which is kind of the reason why this card never saw a ton of play. So I figured I'd throw this in here. It's going to come up more than like Magical Android, so that was a good call out for whoever pointed that out to me in the comments. Levier and Shark Fortress, and then the side deck, I have a second Sirocco for when I know I'm going second specifically, 2 Breaker for back removal, 2 Crow. This could actually be relevant because Gage does play stuff such as Glow Up Bulb, and so being able to Crow Bulb so we can't go into Stardust Dragon is actually a pretty good trade, and it also just fares well with the rest of my deck since it's Wing Beast focus. We have the Commandants and the Necro Valleys. I don't know if we're going to need this as much with Gage only having 1 of each ruler, but I still want to have the contingency plan just in case. That's also why we have the Kaikus in here as well. It's another normal summon. It's 1800. It prevents Gage from banishing cards from the graveyard, and it can also get rid of cards from his graveyard as well. So I figure this is a pretty decent side deck card if he goes that route. And we also have the 2 Mobius. These might even come in because the games were slow enough last time that a Mobius made the difference against me specifically, and it could have made the difference against him too if I was able to blow away his back row with a Mobius Tribute summon. So maybe they'll come in. It's hard to say because this deck is very normal summon reliant, but that's going to do it for the deck, guys. I'm really excited to see how this performs. I'm curious to see how Gage has adapted with the new ban list, so we'll have to see what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time to duel. Gage, do you remember all the way back to, I think it was Legacy of Darkness, and it was supposed to be Nyhmnim's Legacy? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that. I think now's the time we can officially call it Nyhmnim's Legacy. A couple years later in the mix there, I think finally we've realized it.
I think so. I think Age of Gage has a better ring to it than Nyhmnim's Legacy.
Me too.
But
I think
you're definitely more valiant than you were back then. I'll say.
Oh yeah, I guess so, bro. I guess so, man.
Oh
Just
my God.
works
I had to
out.
find a way to throw it in there, and we did our best. We did our best. This set, though, I gotta tell you, this set kind of sucks.
Oh my God, bro. See, the funny thing is,
man.
I can tell you didn't play during this time too, because this set was actually just like insane contextually. Like some of the rank 4s in this set, Exaton, Silent Honor Arc. Like, these cards were insane, unheard of back in the day. I do think, like, in our context, at least, like, looking at it, yeah, this set's kind of, like, poopy for our reasons, because, like, all the cards that are really good are in high rarity slots, but back in the day, this set was bonkers, dude.
No, I agree. Like, the introduction of the Sylvan archetype, this set had Bujingi Hair for Bujin, which was a really big deal. And like you said, Honor Arc and Exaton, I did actually just start getting back into it around this time. So I actually think a friend of mine took me to go pull cards from Legacy of the Valiant, and we did pull an Exaton. I think I still have that Exaton, too.
Damn, there you
go. Yeah, Cimo not buying singles, weird, but he was a big pack fiend, so it was more for him than anything. But I'm ready, buddy. This is going to be an interesting one. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm ready too. I'm excited to duel, man.
All
new
right.
list and everything. It's gonna be interesting.
I can't wait to see how you adapted to this. Damn, well, I'm not adapting to your rock paper scissor ability,
You
so
sure aren't.
Nothing's changed. Nothing
has changed, and nothing's changed because I'm still going first, baby.
Of course. Good luck, buddy. You're
Good
gonna
luck,
need it.
duelist. You will absolutely be needing it. I'll start my turn by pitching Burner and Lightning.
He's still on him. He's still on him.
bruh.
Yep.
I'm gonna get myself that blaster from the deck.
All right. He's blasting.
I'll blast off that pot of greed too.
Yeah, that's pretty good after you just thinned your deck by a couple, sure.
I'll just set 2 and I'll end the turn. Go ahead.
Okay. What would you set in this deck? That's a bit odd. All right, I'll draw. You got anything?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. Didn't think we'd make it this far, so that's good. I'm a bit confused what you would actually be setting in this. You obviously incurred some hits here, and so maybe this could be some of your newer additions to the deck. I mean, last time we were setting everything because we were just trying not to die, so it could also just be that. All right, well, here's what I'm playing, and if you're shocked by this, I don't know what you're thinking. Fire Black Whirlwind.
Not surprised, bro. Not surprised.
Yeah,
Whirlwind's okay.
I'm gonna normal summon Shura, trigger Black Whirlwind.
Yep, you sure will. That's okay.
I can't believe that actually resolved. All right. Now I've got options. Blaster's going to go back to your hand at the end phase. What do we want to grab? I guess we'll go for the Kalute.
Sure.
Shocker. And I'm so curious what you set down there. Could be literally anything. All right, let's find out. I'll special Bora. Let's go for it.
Yep.
I will go to battle.
Yep.
I'm going to attempt to hit with the Shura. I'd like to get the summon if I could.
Okay. You actually hit a Reborn Tengu.
Tengu main deck.
Yes,
really?
Sir. So your Shura is going to trigger. That's fine. But I'm also going to
Correct.
trigger that Reborn Tengu.
Yes. I actually think yours is first. Or actually, no, I'm Chain Link too, because yours is a mandatory effect.
Yes,
but
mine's
you're getting the Tengu, so it's not like it's like a surprise what you're getting here. I guess I'll grab my Gale wherever it is.
Okay.
And if only Gale was a quick effect, so I could actually use it in the battle phase, that would be kind of nice.
It's also negated anyways, because
it's negated. I get Blizzard and Shura's effects flipped because Blizzard like summons to defense, but the effect isn't negated. But Shura negates the effect, but you can summon it in attack. I always get them flipped. So yeah, I can't even do anything anyway. Do I want to kill the Tengu? I think you only have 2 Tengu.
It's only at 2 in this list too. Actually.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, yeah, we'll crash it. That's fine.
Yes. Yeah, I'll simplify. Do you want to Kalute during the damage step?
No, actually, I'm just gonna crash him.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
I just want to get him off the field. Yeah, we'll just get rid of him. Okay, so main 2. Do I want to sync with these 2? I kind of like them, actually. Yeah, I think we're just going to chill. I'll set. I'll pass. During the end phase, Blaster goes back to your hand.
He sure does. All right. I'm going to draw for turn. Stand by main.
Could you imagine having 3 Tengu? That would be crazy.
Oh my god, dude, don't remind me. And the fact that Pot of Avarice is banned now, though, but we get to play it at 1, could you imagine?
That's crazy.
my.
Oh my god.
Right, I'm going to banish Burner and Lightning, and I'm going to special summon Blaster.
He's blasting again. Yeah, it's fine.
Blasting's good.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go battle phase.
Okay.
I'm going to attack over your Gale.
All right. On attack declaration, I will flip this Icarus attack.
Okay, cost.
You got a trap stun?
I do. I'll flip it up.
Okay. I got a card out of you anyway, so I guess it matters, but you're going to get to take out Shuri here, which kind of sucks.
Am I, though? You've got Kalut in your hand, dude. Like,
It would have been so much funnier if you just went for it and forgot I had the Kalut, or you didn't know I had Kalut. But
I'm not that bad, bro. I know you got it. I'll go main 2 here.
Sure.
I'll just end up setting a card here, and we'll go to the end of the turn again. Go ahead.
Okay. So trap stun was the set. I'll draw. All right. How do we want to do this? Blaster is a big boy. All you did was bring out Blaster and set a card. You don't have any other way to bring this Blaster back as far as I know of right now. All right, I'm going to normal summon Blizzard.
Okay.
I'm going to activate Blizzard if that's okay.
That's okay. Yep.
So we're going to bring back Arbora. How do we want to do this? I think we just go for this. So I'm going to sync up here.
Okay.
And let's bring out the good old, you haven't seen this card in a while, good old Armed Wing.
Yep, he is armed and ready.
Let's go to battle. I'm going to attack Armed Wing into Blaster.
That's okay, yeah.
Damage step, I will Kalut.
Okay, so I'm going to take how much here?
You'll take 900. 37 minus 28.
That's okay, I'm all right with it.
Okay, and then I'll hit you for another 18.
Okay.
And then in main 2, I will set a card, and we'll pass it over.
All right, I'll draw. Stand by me. Okay. I'm going to activate Redox in my hand. I'm going to banish its Tempest. I'm going to banish this Blaster. And I'm going to special the Redox.
Redox, Blaster, Tempest. I'm going to Oppression the Redox.
I'm going to Chain Twister.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So,
Okay.
Redox comes out. Blaster and Tempest both
Tempest,
trigger.
yeah. I don't think I got a Blaster target, but I am going to pick up with Tempest for sure.
Okay. Okay. You're not gonna get that that Flamvel guard that we can't get because we're not playing Hidden Arsenal.
I wish, bro. Oh man,
That'd be sick
Could you
right here.
imagine? That would be. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to off the Tempest pick up Debris Dragon.
Okay. Sure.
I'm gonna normal set Debris Dragon.
Okay. Are we going for the Star Eater?
I'll hit it with the Synchro.
Oh,
Good old Star
shit.
Eater, bro.
All right. Okay.
He's big.
He's
man.
back. He's back.
All right. There's no way you got a second Clute. It's just not possible. So I'm gonna go battle phase.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack into your Shura.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take the 14.
Perfect. All right. That's all I got there, bud. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll draw. That is maybe good. I actually don't even know. I'm going to read this card again because apparently we don't know how this card works, but also no one knows how this card works, evidently.
Yes, exactly, dude. Been a hot minute since people seen it.
All right, this is going to be a bit convoluted, but I think I might have game.
All right.
I might.
Okay.
We'll see. Okay, so it's going to start with Magical Scientist, as it usually does.
Of course, it normally does.
Yeah, okay. So is that fine? I'll pay the 1,000?
That's okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to start by bringing out... we're going to activate this twice. We're going to get our 2 level 5s here. I'm going to overlay the 2 level 5s for a Shark Fortress.
Sure.
All right, so here's where things are going to get interesting. So I'm going to use the effect of Shark Fortress and target my Armed Wing with its effect.
Okay.
I'm now going to overlay for Gaia Dragon.
Okay.
And this is where it's all going to make sense what I'm trying to do here. And this is very risky, but I feel like it's the only line I have to actually out the Star Eater. I'm going to Last Will.
Yep, that's a very good card. Yes, that is
Yeah.
okay.
Now, I don't have to use this immediately, which is one of the weird things about how this card works. So we're going to go to battle.
Well, wow. I didn't realize that's how good Last Will was. Holy fuck. Okay. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay. All right. We're in battle.
I'm going to crash my Gaia Dragon into your Star Eater.
Okay.
So I'm going to take 600 from this.
Okay.
And now I'm going to fire Last Will since a card left my field.
Okay.
I'm going to bring out Sangan.
Okay.
I'm going to crash my Sangan into your Star Eater for 2,200.
Okay.
And I'm going to search Kalut off of that Sangan.
Okay.
I'm going to attack Star Eater pitching Collude, it's now 3,700.
Okay, so I'm gonna take 5.
And then because of Shark Fortress, I can hit you for another 37 here.
Okay.
And then 300 for Scientist, and I am so close to killing you.
Couldn't kill me though, bro.
I could not kill you. I could not get the last little bit of damage in here. And this is the only way I could have like weaseled a way to like get this much damage in. But I think I'm just dead here because I think you just banished for Redox and I die.
Yeah,
so
I think you just
it was
mega
cool.
punished yourself there, yeah.
Yeah, it was cool, but I'm going to go to game 2 because I was pretty much dead.
That was the play. Just get the Redox out. No, that was close though, man. I was that really your only way of dealing with something there?
If it was either that or I just let your Star Eater take over the game.
I respect it. I respect it. All right, better luck this game though, dude.
You know, Gage, I gotta say, like, I didn't think with you only having one of each ruler, this deck was still going to be problematic. So I don't think I main decked as heavy as I was initially going to. But I mean, you know, Star Eater's a card. No, I didn't think you were gonna play something different. I just didn't think it was going to be. I thought it was gonna be more like containable. You know, and the Dragon Rulers are still nuts. I mean, that's really all there is to it.
We're just in some uncharted territory now, too, because, like, now that we have the babies at 1 still and the rulers at 1, it's like this version of the deck, this, like, weird, wacky version I'm playing, it's never existed. It's never been a possible thing. So we're just kind of seeing if it works, you know? And so far, I guess I'd say it's doing okay.
It's doing all right. I'll go first. Good luck to you, buddy.
Good luck, duelist.
And this is a bit of a weird one. I will set and pass.
Alex, I'm so sorry.
Did you open it?
I opened above average, some would say. I'm going to activate Painful Choice.
Oh, God. All right, dump all the ruler.
You know it. Now that they're at 1, that is what we're going to do, including Mr. Bulb. All right, take your pick.
All right, so now this is a little... Do I still just pick title? I don't even know if this is right. You have one of each now, so that makes it like slightly more bearable than it has been in the past. Yeah, that's pretty good. Take your title. Take your title.
All right, I'll take him. No problem. He's still okay.
God, Painful Choice is crazy.
It is absolutely above average. And then now I'm going to activate Blaster in Graveyard here. I'm going to banish Redox. And I'm going to banish the title from hand. This play looks familiar.
Does look familiar. I wonder where this could be going.
I wonder where it's going. Redox title.
Yep.
Tree Water.
There's no combination of cards that I could give you to avoid that from happening.
Yeah, it's just, this is real good. Like, the fact that Painful Choice allows me to get to this it's a little unfair.
It's a little nutty, yeah. Do you have a new rank 8 to show off?
I don't. Nope, still Felgrand seems like it's the best choice.
Yeah, it seems pretty good. Seems pretty good.
Bulb.
Yep. This also seems pretty good. Yeah, Painful Choice is just one card, Felgrand Stardust.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Let me do some math real quick. Oh, I think you're just dead.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, all right, cool. Neat. I'm gonna activate.
Well, you're sinking here.
Oh yeah, I am sinking. I forgot. Yeah. No, I just removed 2. I'm gonna summon Scrap Dragon.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna activate Tempest in the graveyard. I'm gonna banish Blaster, and I'm gonna banish Burner.
Okay.
And I'm gonna summon Tempest. I'll activate Scrap Dragon and I'll target Felgrand, and then I'll chain Felgrand and I'll target itself. So Scrap Dragon pop.
Okay. It was something that could have saved me, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, this is 8 on board there, bud. Do you got anything?
8K exactly.
8K exact. Yeah, I was gonna no Swift Scarecrow here, bro. Wow, that's Painful Choice is all right, dude. That wasn't bad.
Like, you know, everyone complains about my Snatch Steal, but your Painful Choice is looking pretty nice over there.
It's kind of, dude, my hand is also just fucking stacked, too, bro. What's in your hand? What else you got?
I actually had a way to deal with this rather well. So if you didn't have a way to kill me, would you have just made Stardust?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So then on my turn, I would have drawn. I don't know if it would have mattered, but I would have Dark Hold, which I imagine you would have just negated with like Stardust, right? So then I have this Bora, and I actually have double Collude in hand, which kind of sucks. But it kind of sucks though, because like Felgran can just negate Bora to make it immune.
Just negate Bora.
So like Stardust Felgran, actually, this doesn't even out. And then funny enough, I top decked the Magical Scientist, which wouldn't have mattered anyway. Yeah, so at first I was like, okay, maybe I can deal with this because I have Collude actually, but and Yo Trap's done too. So I don't know, like with this deck in particular, and the thing is, this is kind of going to be the state of your deck for the next several episodes, because I think we're in traditional format, so it doesn't matter if anything else gets banned because everything's limited at this point now. Yeah, you know, I felt pretty good after the last episode and the back and forth that we had. This, however, not feeling too good. I almost kind of want you to go first in the future because so that way you just can't kill me like this, like how you did here.
I mean, to be fair though, opening Painful Choice, going second, and you don't have a response to it. Like if you're just setting and passing, like, oh man, that is sad. But if you back that up with a couple of back row too, it at least couldn't have popped off like that. So I mean,
right,
I think
exactly.
you just maybe got unlucky and didn't see any back row at all. Because like some cards like Icarus Attack and stuff are still genuinely difficult for me to deal with.
And if you didn't have a way to specifically kill Tomato like with a Scrap Dragon, which is like one of the few ways you can actually kill it, then I would have at least survived the turn. But having Scrap Dragon specifically made that very easy for you, because once you use your blaster, I'm like, okay, well, if you just go Stardust, at least the game isn't immediately over. But yeah, it was immediately over as soon as I saw the Scrap Dragon. I'm like, this is not good. Yeah, so Painful Choice is just the God card. I mean, we've all known this. It just took, you know, this many episodes to see how broken of a card it truly is.
Did you get anything else from Legacy of the Valiant? You get anything crazy?
No. This was similar to my last opening where I pulled, I think, like 2 hollows. Maybe 3 at most.
Wow, that's sad.
I pulled an Alcay, which I'm like, oh, Gage would like another rank 8 to go with his.
Yeah, I'd love an Alcay.
Alcay's pretty good with your deck, actually, I would say.
He's cool. Alcay's neat.
It's a nice piece of removal.
Alex, I keep adding to the collection, bro.
Don't do it.
Look what I got. I got another Ghost Rare, dude,
Mega
to add to it.
Mobius. Mega Mobius.
I did play the Mega Mobius. I was like, could you imagine if I tribute it after I Mobiused your regular build and then tributed for the Mega Mobius? Like, could you imagine?
And I wouldn't have been able to respond if you tributed a water monster.
Nope. Yeah, so I was like, man, if I could pull him off, that'd be pretty sick. But yeah, that's like the only thing really notable I got. I got the Fairy King rank 6, but that requires 3 level 6s.
Ooh,
I thought it would be neat because you can still like Magical Scientist into it, and then it's spell speed 4, so you can't like chain to it.
Okay.
But
sure.
That requires a lot and like another extra deck spot, and I was like, I don't know if I can commit to that. So I actually don't think I played, besides the Mega Mobius, I didn't play any Legacy of the Valiant cards.
I did not either. No Silent Honor Arc, no Exaton for you then either, huh?
Nope, nothing special.
I mean, they're high rarity. If you don't get them, there's nothing we can do about it. And that's just sometimes what happens. Sometimes you get the Ghost Rare, sometimes I don't, or I get the worst ones. And that's how the RNG goes sometimes. That's the fun of the progression series. You know, we have that stuff. Damn, man, I was actually feeling pretty good about playing this again, but maybe I have to go back to the drawing board now because...
I think you might have to switch it up, dude. Maybe the Blackwings have finally been eclipsed. Maybe, like, it's just... They're not good anymore.
Maybe. I think I'm...
I mean, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, you keep piloting those birds, I'm gonna start putting in Consecrated Lights. And then you're really gonna have to change it up,
Consecrated Light, just summon Tidal and Tempest. Yeah, that could be enough. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking that I was going to go... Initially, I thought we were still under the old ban list where you still had 3 of each ruler, and I was actually gonna...
I thought so, too.
Right.
It was really weird. We only had 1 episode where I was able to play the prior list like that, so...
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting.
I think it's primarily because we started in actual Yu-Gi-Oh! History shifting to quarterly ban lists instead of like semi-annually. And so because of that, it's like every single episode now is almost going to be a new ban list, which is kind of crazy. But for the most part, it's not really going to affect too much for us, which is a good thing. But I figured once I realized that you were going to have 1 of each ruler at your disposal, I didn't actually think it was going to be that threatening. So I actually think I underestimated how good the deck still is, even with just a single ruler apiece. Because it's like you still have to get to them. And yeah, you have the babies and stuff too. But
that's the thing, is like back in the day, having them at 1, there wasn't a reliable way to get them. But like even that, I just have the babies at 1. Like if I can pitch a baby and a roller and grab 1 from deck, that's a lot of advantage that like you normally wouldn't be having back in the day like that. So it's very scary, and just Painful Choice still being around as a card. The interesting thing is I still have this Reactant in hand, and that was it was a little bit awkward with the Painful Choice now, because I now just can't dump. I was thinking, like, do I just dump dump all the rulers willy-nilly because I have these dead babies in my hand.
Right.
But no, like I still think it was the correct play to dump them all because there's no clear choice for you to give me, and then I just still search reliable cards.
Right, and
like that Felgrand play is just, I think that's just like one of the best turn 1 boards I think we've seen in Progression Series so far.
And I don't think there has not been a point yet where you've done this and I've won. I mean, I outed Felgrand the last time you did this, but I still lost the game. So it's proven that is basically the way for you to go. And to be fair, Reactan's still like 1800 by himself. So like he's still a bit beefy. You know, he can contest some of like the smaller monsters in the format. So I think he's still fine. What other changes did you make? Because we saw that you went to the Reborn Tengus as well. So like what other like things were you throwing in as a result of losing? Because you lost about 6 rulers, didn't you?
Yep. So I actually ended up siding out the Reborn Tengus, but the more I kind of geared this list towards like just having better tribute monsters.
Interesting.
So I had like Ryza and Mobius and the Mega Mobius and Jinzo and stuff, and I was like, because like the thing is they're so easy to summon, and it's like if I can just slap down a tribute summon dude or something, get some free fodder for that, and then use the rulers later for pressure, I thought it'd be okay still. I didn't end up seeing like the Ryza or the Jinzo and stuff, but and I actually didn't even have to use Mobius this episode, even though I saw it both games, but I think in any of those circumstances, like I was thinking about Mobiusing the one time where you had like, what is it, the Black Whirlwind on the field and then a face down, which was oppression, and I could still just play through without it. But yeah, no, I still think like this is the way to go. Like I think back in the day, people would play for tribute monsters like Light and Darkness Dragon, which you were lucky enough to get in your
Yes, I did.
But I genuinely do not have a copy. Otherwise, I would be playing it because I think that's a very cool tech idea.
Yeah, and that card just negates everything, which is crazy. And I kind of like this. This is almost just like Monarch Ruler in a way, where it's like instead of playing the frogs, you're just playing these things that are absolutely way better than the frogs ever wished they could be.
Yep.
And they can do so much more than just acting as tribute fodder. That's like the 5th thing that they do, right? I mean, they're massive beaters. They act as Xyz material. They act as synchro material. You can do just an abundance of things with these cards. And then on top of it, you can even just stick Mobius. You can stick a Jinzo on. And then a lot of the times too, I'm holding my back row for moments where I feel like it's absolutely necessary. But then you drop Jinzo or Mobius. I think you even did that in the last episode. I'm just like, I'm just like cleaned up, you know? There's not much I can do about that. I did actually tailor my deck a little bit more because I threw in some copies of Smashing Ground if I can find them, because last episode I just felt there were so many moments we were just at parity and we couldn't really just like break through. And if I had some more spot removal, that really would have just made the difference in this matchup. But clearly not. I guess in the instance of with you having the Star Eaters, the Smashing Grounds could have actually come in handy because then I wouldn't have had to waste all my resources. And in fact, I would have killed you that turn had I had a way to actually just clear the Star Eater itself. But Star Eater's just big, dude. He's just massive.
Yep. Too huge.
Yeah, but it's okay. I mean, 2 win streak for Team Gage. Wow.
Yeah, we finally did it, bro.
Oh
the
my
age
God.
of Gage, man. I'm telling you, you need to go back to the drawing board.
I think I
You'll
do.
figure it
I
out,
think
I'm
I was definitely taking this one for granted, but that's okay. That's okay. Usually when I go deep into the tank, I give you a pretty good run for your money, so it's fine. I'm going to make sure you don't go for that 3-peat too easily this time around. What's up next? We have, is it Primal Origin? I believe.
Primal Origin, yep.
Okay, so that means we're going to be getting some artifact stuff, which is interesting. More.
Those are a big deal.
Yeah, Moral Tax's a pretty decent card, I hear.
Sanctum too. Sanctum.
It's all right. It's an ultra though, so I mean, it's not too likely we're going to get it. Also, Dianea at rare for the trap tricks, which is cool. This is the introduction of Hat basically, which is kind of neat. And then Gage. Someone actually pointed this out. I didn't realize this. The 1-year anniversary for the Progression series is going to be Duelist Alliance. The 52nd set is going to be Duel. Can you believe that? We did not plan that at all.
Dude, that like lines up perfectly, dude. That's an insane episode too, man. We should probably do something special for
I think
that,
so.
That's such a monument.
I think so. I did not think that we would be, doing this for as long as we have at this point, and it's just been.
It's funny, people realize the weirdest things, dude. Like, remember Lord of Tachyon Galaxy? People say we released that episode on the day of release back in the day. Like, it's so funny how this lines up. Like, we didn't plan this.
Do you really think the people who don't even know how cards work planned 40 weeks in advance that we were going to release Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy on like its 8th year anniversary, or that Duelist Alliance was going to be the 52nd 1-year anniversary? Like, hell hell no. It's just like purely coincidental, but it's a very awesome coincidence for it to be that. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, we will do something special for that, I'm sure. And if there's a set that's going to shake things up once again, I think we've repeated this many times now, it's Duelist Alliance, right? Like 3 tier 1 archetypes came out of that set. And, you know, the Dragon Rulers are still going to be around for you, but I think it's going to give us more options to be able to play around, maybe with or without them in some instance. But I'm excited. I can't wait. Primal Origin, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. But I think most people are looking forward to Duelist Alliance more than anything.
I'm just looking to add another tally to the win streak, dude. Primal Origin, I'll take it. Doesn't matter how exciting the set is. It's going to be exciting when
you have a long mountain to climb back up, my friend, because I'm still up on the wins.
I sure do. I'm not out of it yet.
You're not out of it yet. You are not. And if things keep going your way with these rulers, yeah, you might be just fine. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression Series. Team Gage, rejoice. You are on that 2-win streak. And I think you got this one pretty convincingly, because I don't know how I was making my way out of this one. But we'll see what happens next time. It's Primal Origin, and maybe the artifacts are enough to switch things up. We will see. But we have to shout out our patrons as always. So big shouts to Shadow1317, Shadow Alling Jr., Cameron Smith, Tim00x3, Ika Ironfang, Joshua Schlee, Pony Stark, Michael Dente Ole, Part 2, Dan the Man Hoban, Mystic Walk, Synchro Guy, Shotagonist, Sylvia Wilds, Ian Musa, Dolly Wop, Dragon Lord, Jarvis Martin, Logan Thomas, Peter Gregory, Thomas Nelson, Emil Cohen, Inyo Taisha, Jordan Coons, Kelvin Pures, Chris Hood, Jesse Wood, True Nerdgasm, Iron Bladesman, Benjamin Fuller, Brother Paul, Damage Step, Kalut, Lumpy, Nehru Celeste, Shane Reese, David Liu, Rockley325, Henry Roaming, Cole T, Lane Rogers, Sky Rose, Garthox DOW, Gigabyte 9436, Angayoko, Brett Havey, and Draconic. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.